Now I have the entire freaking Tom Ford Private Blend Maison Alhambra clone set. What the hell are these things called, bro? Like, they don't even have a legitimate, like, line name. People are just calling them the Maison Alhambra Tom Ford Private Blend clone line set. It's like, okay, go, calm down, calm down. I'm gonna call it the Maison Alhambra Private Blend clone lineup. What the fuck? I don't know what to name this video, but it's gonna be a really quick one. Joy Amin style, let's do this. Yeah, no, this is not a review. This is a... what do you call this? You know, me being a fragrance critic more than a reviewer, I don't really know what to say. I don't really like giving reviews, and I don't really like giving the traditional recommendation, your performance, situations. It's just not in me. So we have Rose Petals, Lovely Cherry, Tobacco Touch, Porto Neroli, Woody Oud, Bright Peach, Toscana Leather, and Fabulo Intense, which is what we're gonna do first. So Fabulo Intense, this is by far the second best clone I've ever smelled. Hands down, period. The best clone I've ever smelled, you guys already know this. It is Jeremy Power. This is a clone of Lamal Elixir, and it's pretty much fucking identical. It's so disrespectful, man. Anyways. Now, Fabulo Intense, I have compared this with the real deal. I do have a decant of the real deal, and like, what the fuck? 3% difference. That is the difference I get. Amazing powdery bitter almond with that leather. So I've always loved Fucking Fabulous. And the thing about this fragrance is that Fucking Fabulous to me is a very special fragrance. It evokes a very certain connotation, a very special kind of memory. As soon as I spray the shit on, boom, I'm in grade 11 again. I'm with my best friend Ben. We're walking through the freaking streets of the city, smelling fragrances that we can't afford. And Fucking Fabulous was one of those fragrances I'd always smell it. And I was always just enamored and amazed at how unique it was. And this fragrance gives me those same memories, which is fucking crazy, because that just goes to show how close this is. And I mean, like I said, these clones, they really do prove just how much you're paying for the real deals. Like, you're paying for the name for them, not the fragrance inside. You're paying for the name. The name, the art that went into it, the work, not necessarily how much it actually costed to make. So that's Fabulo Intense. I freaking love this one. Bitter, powdery, leathery almond, very intoxicating. It honestly smells like a dominatrix. Not that I've ever smelled a dominatrix. I'm happily engaged with my girlfriend. I'm not engaged, but you get the point. Toscana Leather. Now this one really quickly, it's pretty close to Tuscan Leather, but it's pretty much Tuscan Leather light. Sugar-free Tuscan Leather. It's Tuscan Leather diet Tuscan, you know what I mean? It kind of smells like Tuscan Leather if it was reformulated heavily. That's what it smells like, because it's pretty much the same fragrance, but it's not as rich. It's not as intense. That's the main difference. But that doesn't mean the quality or anything about it smells any more off. It still smells just as high quality. It still smells just as pronounced, but it's just not as intense. It really smells like you took Tuscan Leather and you added more perfumer's alcohol in it. The very first time I smelled this one, I thought to myself, it smells like ombre leather, but it doesn't. I was just an idiot. Toscana Leather has Rivera Edge's seal of approval. Where's my seal, actually? I have a seal. 1 second. Here is my seal of approval.
Yes, take it. Take my seal of approval.
I'm totally copying the Fragrance Apprentice. Next up is Porto Neroli, which in itself, Neroli Portofino, I'm not the biggest fan of. Not because I don't think it's a good fragrance, but because the kind of fragrance Neroli Portofino is just the most fucking blatantly, like, come on, man. I mean, Nasha Wild Coast, Angel's Breath, fucking 4711, like, bro. That is, it's pretty much the classic Italian citrus neroli aromatic fragrance that we're all accustomed to. And they're charging you like a fucking fuck ton of money for it. How much is it right now? I don't even want to know. But this one is pretty much Neroli Portofino in a Maison Alhambra bottle. Like, it's just... I've always found Neroli Portofino to be just like this crazy evaluation of a fragrance. It's like... It's kind of like, you know, they're charging you upwards of almost 400 Australian bucks for 4711. I don't know, man. Anyways, this is nice though. I mean, it's true to its Italian roots. It's that bergamot, lemon, kind of neroli thing going on in there, and I do like it a lot. So my approval, yeah. Now here we have one that is going to be really happy to a lot of people. This is Woody Oud. Now this is one of the first few ones that really had hype. You know, I remember when Chaos Fragrances put out his review of it, everybody was like, oh, skeptical. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Honestly, leave the guy alone, man. He's just doing his thing. Woody Oud is basically Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Tom Ford Oud Wood, but stronger. Like, last time I smelled Oud Wood, it was weak. It was watery. It was unpronounced. This one is stronger, but here's a drawback. It does smell a bit more synthetic. That's the thing about, you know, a fragrance like this. Yeah, it may be stronger, and a lot of fragrances that are really strong are pretty synthetic. It's like Mancera. You look at Mancera, you look at like a Parfums de Marly, everybody goes raving about them because, oh, they're so beast mode, they're so strong. But then they're pretty synthetic, aren't they? You know what I mean? But hey, people love performance. That's all they really care about these days. Now, Woody Oud is that dry, kind of mineralic oud that has a bit of that sandalwood creaminess to it and a bit of like that vanilla cardamom thing going on. I'm still yet to really fully flesh out this fragrance, and then again, I really shouldn't be reviewing this right now because I don't have much experience with it yet, but I want to get this video out. I want to be the first to have like a full fucking Maison Alhambra clone set review thing. Because when people review these fragrances, it pisses me off, but it's always just a few of them, if not almost all of them, but they're missing 2 or 1, and it's like, what? Next up is Bitter Peach. Sorry, Bright Peach. Now this one I haven't compared with Bitter Peach as much. I have smelled Bitter Peach, I have put it on before, and I have put it on recently, and what I have to say is that this one is sweeter. This one is, I don't want to be like a, you know, influenced by the packaging, but it is brighter. It's brighter than Bitter Peach. It doesn't have that kind of boozy quality that Bitter Peach has. And this also noticeably has, oh shit, my bad, man. Let's change the perspective here. Let's get some of your attention back. This noticeably is just sweeter, brighter, but it's that vanilla peach smoothie thing kind of going on. It's nice, it's nice. Bitter Peach has always reminded me of Angel by Mugler. I have it right here, actually. Stay right there. Here's my baby. He's one of my most expensive fragrances ever, because you know me. Angel by Mugler. Pretty similar stuff. And it does hit the nail on the head when it comes to replicating Bitter Peach. Next up is one of my favorites. We have Lovely Cherry. I fucking love this fragrance. I don't give a fuck if it's a really close clone or not. It is just a great fragrance on its own. Lovely Cherry is Lovely Cherry. From the bottle, look at that. That's fucking beautiful. And the thing is, with these Maison Alhambra clones, the bottles, I have to say this, they're better than the Tom Fords. Everything from the details to the cap to the frickin' like metal plaque on there, instead of like the sticker, 80 mil, but it's like the same shape, you know, as opposed to like the 100 mils of the private blends. They're like that rectangular weird shit looking. But yeah, this one, beautiful cherry. It has that kind of boozy cherry quality to it as well, with that cherry liquor. And it also has this beautiful powdery almond and heliotrope. So freaking good. So, oh man, I love Lovely Cherry. This is really lovely shit. And just, man, everybody needs this fragrance. Everybody needs it. Rose Petals. Now this one's one of the most accurate. I would have to say it's the second most accurate out of all of these. The most accurate, like I said, is fucking Fabulous, right? It's pretty much 3% difference, which makes it 97% the same as fucking Fabulous. Rose Petals. Now this one is darn close to Rose Prick. You have that same kind of powdery clean rose with that slight turmeric spice, but that Sichuan pepper that really gives Rose Prick that bite, it really gives it that edge. It's in here. Is probably 94%, 94, 95, 96, somewhere in the mids right there. It's pretty darn close. But I don't give a fuck if it's close or not. I bought these because, well, my girlfriend got them for me for Christmas. I love you. I love you, babe. Let me just show you my girlfriend real quick. Me and her in our lovely adventures. Look at her. How pretty she is. And she's up there too. And what's another photo? Anyways, moving on. Like, these are just great fragrances in general. I freaking love these. Last but not least, Tobacco Touch. Now, the first time I smelled this, I thought to myself, okay, finally, a Tom Ford fragrance that is genuinely expensive to make and is still worth the price. Because you guys know me, Tom Ford, I'm kind of like in a war with them. Like an internal war. Like, I love Tom Ford. I think they're really original. I think that they're great. I think the asking price is still fair because they're not marketed towards people like if you're watching this video, you're either curious about clones or you want to find an alternative to those Tom Fords because they're just like, we can't justify that, man. Even if I had the money to buy it, which I currently do right now, I still wouldn't buy it. There are better purchases to be made. If you wanted to buy 2 Tom Ford fragrances, like the private blends, you're almost looking at $1,000. And this is here in Australia. If you're in the US or some shit like that, lucky you, don't even fucking come at us. But here in Australia, like, bro, like, it's like these were made for us. So Tobacco Touch. The first time I smelled it, like I said, I thought to myself, finally, a Tom Ford fragrance that is genuinely expensive and worth the price. Because this, it's kind of like Tobacco Vanille Light. Kind of like with Toscana Leather. Toscana Leather and Tobacco Touch, they're both probably the most inaccurate clones. They're the same thing. It's just that they're really, really light. I have another clone of Tobacco Vanille. It's called Tobacco Vanille. Like, if they did fucking Fabulous well, they should be able to do Tobacco Vanille. But no, Tobacco Vanille, this one, it's a lighter, more aerated Tobacco Vanille. It's fresher. The tobacco is a little bit bitter. But here's the thing. Last time I smelled Tobacco Vanille, well, the last time, it was rich, it was opulent, it was strong. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's been reformulated. I hate saying that. That's just such a lazy conspiracy that everybody uses. But for whatever reason, the last time I smelled Tobacco Vanille, it smelled really close to this. And I thought to myself, what the hell happened there? Did the tester that I just smelled, has it not maturated enough? Has it been reformulated? Was the tester that I was smelling before like a really old batch? I don't know, man, but it was really close to this. So I thought to myself, well, shit. So it's got that Christmassy, you know, rich tobacco with that herbaceous, smoky quality to it. And then it has that vanilla. Oh, man. And the dried fruit, chocolatey gourmands. Oh, man. So orgasmic. So that's the entire lineup reviewed. I mean, I'm probably going to do a much more detailed review on these eventually in the future. But for now, I mean, these, bro. And I just want to touch on the rebottling situation here as well. But I think the rebottling looks fucking shit. Like, I get it. You know, they got sued by Tom Ford, so they had to freaking change these up. But now the new bottles, they look weird. They give off this really weird vibe. I mean, like, look at this, right? Woody oud. And take a look at the new one. Like, what the hell happened there, man? I do enjoy these fragrances a lot. And just having them on a shelf in your collection, it's just such a proud thing to have. It looks cool. It makes you feel nice. And as a collector who has like a completionist mindset towards certain things, it pleases the soul so much. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not typical YouTuber stuff. Anyways, I don't want to be like that. I'm just going to end the video like this. This year was great. Well, last year. I still think it's 2023, man. One of the biggest things I learned in 2023 was the fact that no matter where you are in life, it's as good. It's never as good as bad as you think. It's all about the perspective, like they say, you know what I mean? But I really got hit in the balls when I realized that, shit, this year went by really quick, and I can only do this again like 50 more times, 60 more times, 40 more times, depending on how long I live. The year went by so fast, yet that's it. I can only be doing that again a limited amount of times again. So that in itself is fucked up, but that really makes you realize just how much more important things are, just how much more important it is to really divert your energy into things that matter, things that actually make sense for you, and not just waste it on stupid shit, like being mad over stupid shit or working towards stuff that you know you don't want to. Living life in a way that doesn't progress into fulfillment is one of the worst ways to live, because you will not have a happy ending. Oh shit. Love you all. Peace out. It's Rivera Edge. Hope you enjoyed this little video.